Everyone should be scared of the big jungle cats, right? Not this week. Chiefs get the Panthers, and they got to go cage them up, turn them loose, and make them their pets. Let's get after it. Welcome into RGR Football. I am your cage master of the day. My name's Ryan. This is Dan Holmes, number one film analyst around here. Hope you guys are having fun. Welcome to Red Friday. This is a special one because for the first time this season, we're coming off of a loss, and I feel like there's some tension in the air. So let's put the hammer down. We're going to get to our four main reasons and how the Chiefs get a next win against the Panthers team that's been struggling all season. We understand that. But we're going to tell you like it is. We're going to tell you for real. We're going to tell you right now. Welcome in. This is RGR Football. Like, sub, hit the bell. Check out the store if you want any of the gear or the stuff or the business. Let's not mess around, Dan. Top thing, number one, you're walking in there, breaking a clipboard against the chalk, and what are you writing down?
All right, guys. Chris Jones has accounted for 22.6% of the Chiefs' pressures this season. That is the single highest share from a defensive tackle in the entire NFL per Next Gen Stats. So guess what? Somebody get your ass going after the quarterback that's not named Chris Jones. Someone, please. I know that Charles Menehue's practicing. He's going to come back. Everyone's like, hey, there's the savior. Oh, well, off of an injury, probably not. That's probably not going to be how this works. You traded for Josh Uche. He's not being involved enough in the pass rush. There's a lot of guys that, Mike Dana has been good for the Chiefs. He got paid by the Chiefs pretty well this offseason. He's been hurt, not very active in the pass rush. And honestly, George Karlaftis has taken a step back in terms of pass rush. He just has. And Tershawn Wharton earlier this season was doing a good job. He's kind of fallen off as well. Somebody in that front four, whoever is out there, you need to step up. It's time to get active, okay? This is November. Right now, it's November 22nd when we're talking about this. It's almost December time. And the Chiefs have had the third highest blitz rate in the NFL this year, after last year being more middle of the pack. So guess what? Spags is like, we can't rush the passer, so we have to send a bunch of pressure. That doesn't help because now you're leaving Najee Johnson on an island. You're leaving Chamari Connor on an island where they can't consistently get help from the pass rush, so you have to send a bunch of guys. This week, the board needs to say, sack Bryce Young 5, 6, or 7 times. Somebody has to get after it.
I like it. And I love the fact that your first point is on the defensive side. Saves me from having to go there because my whole thing to this team, but particularly the offense, job number one for me is just relax. Just chill out. Be who you are. You are talented enough to beat this team in your sleep. Let's be real. And Panthers fans, if you guys are tuning into this, cheers to you. It's a crap season for you. I get it, and I do feel for you. But the truth is, shouldn't be in this game. That's the very, very truth. So just relax. Stop screwing around. If you got to roll the pocket one way or the other, fine. If you got to make some adjustments to your route trees, fine. But you got to get back to levels. Got to get back to stretching the field. You have to just be you. Now, I love the fact that you has added some run game this season, so I don't want him to go away from that. But it's got to be less than the dink and dunk, and we're going to run mesh every now and then, and we're not going to run 4 verts, and we're not going to run, the deep overs that have paid off for this team historically for the last 5 years. You have Hop now. You have Juju back, and obviously Juju wasn't ready to go 100%, didn't have much action last week. That's all got to change. And you have to do what you did last week and take a look at where the offense runs and works now and make the most of it, because you can't hold your breath for what's coming back in the future. Maybe they'll get some reinforcements. We know that. But officially today, before we went to air, Menahue is out. Pacheco is out. So you're not getting those back. So it's the same cast of characters. Just put it all together, be you, and go get it.
And that's got to speak to Patrick Mahomes, honestly. Like, he's been tight. It's obvious he's been a little tight. And, Xavier really talked today. He talked to the media today, and I love that he's so vibrant in his press conferences. Like, he talks. He just says what's on his mind. He's still young. He's still learning. He loves the game of football. He said today that the chemistry stuff, it doesn't just happen with everybody, okay? It doesn't. And those things, again, because he's such a good tracker of the football, that should give Patrick more leniency to throw it a little bit upfield. Let him adjust to the football into space and not always have to be at the sideline. So that's going to get better with time. So along with your point of be yourself, they came into the season this year saying they're bringing the deep ball back, right? Well, guess what? Patrick Mahomes is bottom 6 among quarterbacks in air yards per attempt this year, 6.8 yards. Now, I know, yes, injuries. Hollywood Brown, Rashee Rice, gone. Understand, get it completely. But since this season, Patrick is recording a career lows in air yards per attempt at 5.8, which is second fewest in the NFL, and deep pass rate at 5.2%, which is the lowest rate in the NFL per Next Gen Stats. Guys, I don't care. Throw the damn ball downfield. I don't care. It's got to be over. It has to. This experiment can only get you so far. We talked about how, yes, they're so good with their success rates, things like that. They're doing a great job. This year, the Chiefs have a top 5 success rate unit, third highest in the NFL at 48.2%, and a bottom 5 explosive play rate. Do you think that's sustainable? Because I don't. I don't care how many games you win. You have to be able to threaten defenses deep. DeAndre Hopkins, Xavier Worthy should not leave the field. At this rate, it's got to be all gas, no brakes. This is getting you geared up for the postseason run. And if you try to win a Super Bowl, again, they did it last year with this 5 yards and yak offense without Rashee Rice, you're probably not going to succeed like you did last year. You have to change it. Now's the time. Now's the time to gas it up, baby. Get the ball downfield and just start hooping up out there. It's time.
I'm totally with you, and I think the secondary in Carolina is susceptible to that. A lot of guys either have been making bad mistakes and playing poorly, or they're injured on the injury report and not 100%, or in J.C. Horton's case, both. So go attack them. Don't be scared. Don't let the fact that you might have wanted to trade for somebody make you not attack them now. Go get it. And bottom line is, close isn't acceptable. Number 4 overall, and this is as much to Andy Reid as is to Patrick Mahomes or Chamari Connor or Jaden Hicks in the 7 snaps he's going to get. For the love of God, let's up that. Everybody's the same thing. You're the 2-time defending champions who've lost 1 game this season. Go out and play like you deserve to stomp someone. It's a mentality thing as much as anything else. I don't think it's X's and O's anymore. The left tackle, you can make that argument. I think it's, we're going to do as little as we can to get by and get a W until the postseason. Screw that. You got to be done. Because this is past. You don't have an intimidation factor right now. For the rest of this regular season, and maybe even the playoffs, you have 0 intimidation factor. Nobody's scared of you. Go fix that. Job number 2 for me. I'm starting to get fired up. If this was my team, I would be in their ears all the way up to my elbows. So tell me what you think is going to happen.
I'll just say really quickly, if there's one thing about the Detroit Lions, that team wants to pound your face in. They want to put 50 points on you. They want you to leave embarrassed when they beat your butt in whatever stadium that is. Dan Campbell, they're out to prove a point. Right now, it feels like the Chiefs, yeah, they want a three-peat. They want it real bad. You're saying you're doing a lot of this. You're not really playing like it. So it's like you said, it's time to get out there, motivate everybody. So this is it, guys. You got to win a big game. In terms of big games, coming off of a loss, I mean, blow this team out of the water. I'm very happy that the Carolina Panthers are playing with more fire. They're playing with more energy. Bryce coming back after being benched earlier this year. He's playing better football. I think, week 10, he threw his very first touchdown against zone coverage this year. So good for him. But you can't let this team close in the fourth quarter. It can't be. There's going to be real problems talked about if this game is close. So I believe they're going to be ready to play. They seem to be in the right mindset, all things considered. I think it's going to be a game. I think it's going to be a big one. And I think they're going to put 35 on this team. It's going to be 35-17. And the Chiefs walk out of this game with feeling a little much better about themselves and showing, okay, we can take care of business when we need to.
I like that a lot. It reminds me of The Matrix, to tell you the truth. For those of you who love that movie back in the day, it's that line. Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Hit me. Yeah.
That's what it has to be. And right now, to your point, the Lions seem like the lords of the jungle, the carnivores, and the Chiefs look like vegetarians. Pull your heads out, for the love of God. I think this is also a game where they get out to a good lead. I think that they should be physically dominant on this team. I fear that Andy will coast again and not get them to 30. So I do think they win, and maybe this score is a little bit closer than it actually is on the field. I have the Chiefs winning 28-17, very similar to yours, but I'm rooting for you to be correct. Everyone, let us know what you think. Put your predictions down below, what you want and what you would say. If you're in the room before they just go out for the opening kick, what's the last line you give them? I don't care if it's from a movie or from your head or whatever you got. I want to know what it is. Put it in your comments. Thank you for being here. Dan, I think you're going to be running post game because I'm going to be pissed off.
No, it's fine. I'm here for it. Let's figure this out, because like you said, and by the way, just as a preview for you guys, if this game is close, you're getting a rant, like maybe that same night. It's happening, and it's going to be fiery. Like this kind of angst cannot be felt on a post game. So we are going to dive into it. So I'm looking forward to it, but I think that they're going to be ready for this.
Make sure you join us. Check out our partners, BetUS, and everybody that helps us along the way, and be here live post game. We'll be a little bit delayed, but we'll be on it. So make sure you're ready. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Thanks for watching this video from the team at RGR Football. Click these videos to see more and subscribe to RGR Football.